Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons back with some more Pokémon Shield, and kind of every single available card on the table. We're just gonna fight Leon in this episode. I don't really have anything else to add. Like, there isn't even anything to differentiate this from the Sword playthrough other than the team that I'm playing with. Like, there's nothing about this that is any different. Like it's the same battle regardless of whether you're playing Sword or Shield. So this is literally just for the funsies because people might enjoy seeing me beat the snot out of Leon and his team. I don't know. You get closure. But in future episodes, we'll be taking a look at some of the post-game that's different, and I figured, yeah, might as well get the Isle of Armor as well, just to show off the stuff that happens there. Anyway, Trans Icon Champion Leon. My matches are always sold out, but this, I've never seen a crowd this wild. Everyone knows what you did for us this week, Hex. They know that you're the one who caught Eternatus and saved the future of the Galar region, which I did between videos because there's nothing different between that and and Sword. You've seen it all already if you've been following my live streams. A real hero who battled alongside the legendary Pokemon Zacian and Zamazenta. I couldn't have dreamed of a better challenger to help increase my winning streak. Now that I've seen just what kind of strength you possess as the greatest of challengers, crushing you into dirt will show everyone just how strong their champion truly is. Come on, Hex! Let's make this a final match that'll go down in Galar's history. No, a match that'll change Galar forever. We're gonna have an absolute champion time, oh my god. Get the fuck! Because I headcanon that, so Tess, who I played as in Sword, is, like, relatively well-spoken, but his demeanor is just, I don't speak English, you're not worth my time. Whereas Hex is just, oh no, she's Scottish. Just the stereotype of just, I can't even, like, I am part Scottish, and I can't even do the accent. Like, oh, I was at the Pokemart the other day, buying 30 Pokeballs, and the cashier was like, do you want a bag? I want a bag, you fucking reprobate, I'm not artillery. So, anyway, bit of a level gap, but I think we're closer, like, this is more reasonable. Now, Ghost Steel. Part of me wants to say Brick Break because Steel, but it's Ghost, and I want to say Ghost is immune to that, so, burn it? Honestly, I only sent Sarah out first so we could guarantee double money. Because venture capitalism. Now, I can't say I particularly care for the fact that, like, after about Generation 6 onwards, they just introduced a bar-ton of moves that just... They're all just clones of Protect, but they do different things. Which, like, I guess, fair enough, having... alternative. That's good animation for Shadow Ball, by the way. Makes a nice change from how it's been portrayed in the 2D games. There's Protect and there's Detect, which in itself, those were already two, like, they did the same thing. But now we've got King's Shield, which has some other effect, question mark. You've got Obstruct. You've got, well, I'm not sure how Shell Trap works, but there are a whole load of moves that are just Protect with extra steps. Like, so what happens if you hypothetically have a Pokemon that has King's Shield, Protect, Detect, and Obstruct, or any combination where all the moves are Protects? Like, can you just constantly spam it? Can you just stay invincible whilst poisoning your opponent to death? I feel like probably not. I have revives. Sarah, you were just here to make me money, therefore you're expendable. Venture capitalism in action. Oh! It didn't matter. Sarah, you didn't hear anything. That was a good start. Oh, we have our first level 70. Hooray. You have a Haxorus too? I don't know why I didn't remember this or quite why I'm speaking this way. But, yep, I found the guy who teaches Draco Meteor quite a while ago. Gave it to Honduras because she's Honduras, and gave her I want to say it's a wide lens to increase its chances of hitting. So hell yeah, it's mirror match time. I could have used Boris. I could have used Boris. I keep forgetting the fairy type exists. A fun thing. On my commute to and from work, I have my headphones on, I'm listening to music, I'm getting my jam on, we jamming. Super effective hit, I'd expect nothing less from your team. Damn right. I like to imagine my various Pokemon teams performing them as little musical numbers. So, that's cute. I imagined a fully evolved Caesar from my Sword team doing Juice by Lizzo, which is an oddly endearing image. Anyway, Ice Psychic, so Damiano, come and put the foot. Other things I've noticed on my bus ride to and from work, there's a building that's labelled, like, Bible College or something, and for a good little while, the B was at a weird angle, and then earlier this week, we drove past it and just the B had just gone. Like, I would say it had fallen, but there was no sign of it. It was just gone. They confiscated the... It's now an Bible College. Now, as someone who grew up in the absence of religion, the phrase Bible College does sound ridiculous to me, and I'm not going to mince words in saying that. I'm not belittling you if that's a part of your life. I just, like, to me it sounds silly, because it's just not a part of my world. Also, the thought has occurred to me that, all I need is, like, a pair of, like, black tights and some hair dye, and, like, in the shorts that I'm literally wearing right now, I could cosplay, like, some sort of Gajinka of Damiano, and I feel like people would be oddly okay with seeing that. Anyway, it almost feels cheap to not fight his starter with my starter, and it's not even his starter, but still. But still, we stand the lizard twink. This is Jeremy. It's not the real Jeremy. You're the fake Jeremy. Rebecca, eliminate this imposter. Oh no, his tearful eyes. Oh no, I cry every time. Rebecca's face, just the picture of pathetic throughout. Oh no, you made my toxic lizard pity you. Now that is one thing I will give Gen 8 credit for. So I played Sword, then I played Sun on my own time, and now I played Shield. And between them, they've given me a much greater appreciation for Poison-type Pokemon, because, like, I've never been against them. They've just never usually been my general bag. And between Toxtricity and Alolan Muck, kinda here for them. Like, they're not in my top of types, but I enjoy them more than I used to, I guess. And Boris is just the ambassador for fairy types as far as I'm concerned, because, like, I know that Sylveon was actually, like, Kalos's ambassador for saying, hey people, the fairy type exists now, as of... Oh, it's a ghost dragon, I can fight it, actually. Yes, so they kind of shoved Sylveon down our throats to promote the existence of the fairy type, but for me, it got until Gen 8 before I finally used a fairy type in earnest, and Boris is a fine and good boy. So, having gone through all of that, I think that maybe Moonblast would have been a better call after all, because same type of tap bonus, and the Pixie Plate, and it's super effective on the Dragon aspect, and also the Dragapult line is adorable. Where do I get one? Don't answer that, I could just look it up, it will be fine. Don't get caught up on a critical hit, focus on what you're going to do next. What, you mean like eviscerate your child? As I am wont to do, apparently? You know, I've not actually sat down and caught up with you guys lately, because I've sort of been away from Video Make. Yeah, you see critical hits all in the same turn. Yeah, ride a canoe to the next house down the road. But yeah, since I've last checked in with folks, I've got a job. I've been at work. I've been a twerk. I want to use Sylvia just so everyone gets a turn, but that would not be a good idea. So I'm gonna send Rebecca back out, because Electric is good on flying and Charizard is fire flying. Anyway, so yeah, I've got a job and it's really good. Like, dear ex-employer, I don't miss you. Voice acting. Can you tell I was looking away from the screen when that came up? Yeah, the current place I work for, they do hot air balloon things. They literally invented a job so they could hire me, which I know that sounds like a really Mary Sue thing to say, and yes, it's Gigantamax time. Well, 2 can play at that game, except I've not had Max Soup yet, but still. But yeah, I applied for a job, and I had the job interview via Zoom, of course, because it's 2021. And then, like, about a week later, I get a phone call from them saying, so, hey, we're calling to let you know that we're not going to give you the job, but that was the best interview we've had in a long time, and we want to hire you anyway, but just give us like a month to create a job for you to come on to. And so they did. I was going for a general social media position, and they created a whole like video make position, and that's what I do for work now, and it's fun. Like the vibes in the office are so dang chill. Like literally just this morning, as of the time of recording, like, oh, Leon, did we see GMX Wildfire in the streams? I don't remember. Well, anyway, like, just this morning, I went into my boss's office, and I was like, hey, yo, Maria. Well, I wouldn't have addressed her by name, because I don't address people by name. But I was like, hey, yo, can I shift my hours so that I start 10 minutes earlier and leave 10 minutes earlier, because I might be able to get a different boss if I do that? And she's like, yeah, sure. And I was completely wrong-footed, because at my previous job, I had to fight tooth and claw for 3 months just to have my end and start times shifted by 15 minutes. So to just turn up and be like, hey, can I work differently? And she's like, yeah, sure. So that was cool and good. Also, we've just destroyed the champion, which begs the question, was this even worth recording? I don't know, but I got to vlog about my life. So, Hizzle we are. Hizzle we are. Now this does make me think that for the duration of this episode, I suppose once we've got through all the story stuff, I could cut ahead to the post-game stuff that's different. So, yeah. Thank you for the greatest battle I've ever had. I mean, it wasn't that good, to be fair. I was kind of over-leveled. Like, if you want to see a good battle against Leon, watch my live streams, because I was lower-leveled in that, because I was playing at a much more leisurely pace in this compared to that. But yes, it's been nice to catch up with y'all. And once I've uploaded everything from Shield that's different, I intend to get back into... That might even be this week, actually, like... As of, not tomorrow, Friday. You've beaten even the unbeatable champion, making you the new champion of the region. Yes, that is how that works. You've become a first-rate trainer, all right. I offer you my heartfelt congratulations. See, the voice I gave to Leon originally was meant to be Shadow the Hedgehog, and it just turned into the core agents from A Hat in Time. And now that you've grown so strong, perhaps I started looking ahead time myself it is. It's time we adults started working on improving the here and now for the sake of all that's to come. And you, Hex, what you ought to do now is believe in yourself. Yeah, here's all the people I defeated. Sort of sad that you don't get to see more of the other gym challenges, to be honest, but it's whatever. Like, having now played both Sword and Shield, well, up to the credits at least, I think these games do get too much hate, but they are also far from perfect. Like, there are faults. Like before I started recording, the Pokejobs animations, the walk cycles are really janky, and in fact, and I'll highlight it when it comes up, in the credits, the pre-rendered animations that go on in the background, you can literally spot a mouse cursor in one of them, and this is saying nothing of the really, really wonky pacing throughout the game as well. Just, like, everything through the first 3 or 4 gyms is okay, then the wheels start to come off, and then by the end it's just all gone sideways. Which is a shame, but all of that aside, you know, I think Galar is a good Pokemon-centric representation of Britain. I'm glad, you know, it's not just a gimmick, they actually have done the research. For the most part, it is faithful, that there are little things, like, they overuse the word telly, for instance. Like in British English, that's not you can substitute it for the word television, it's just we don't do so at every opportunity. But, you know, for the most part, clearly they have consulting people. Is this where the mouse cursor is, or has it already been and gone? I mean, I'm watching for it. I'm going to watch for it in post and highlight it and go frame by frame and stuff. It's a thing that is there. So, yeah, game far from perfect, and, like, bearing in mind E3 is ongoing at the week of recording this, like, I do not give a penny about E3, which is, like, nothing personal, it's just depression is a thing, right? Like, E3 makes me sad because I see people getting so hyped up about stuff, and I look at all those, like, all these happy remarks or these impassioned comments, and I think, I miss feeling that strongly about anything. Because I see what's been announced, I'm like, wow, don't care. Oh, Among Us, they've had their update, okay, cool, noted, and then I'm over it really quickly, and I miss getting excited about stuff. So E3 makes me sad. But what with E3 going on, I'm fairly sure that Sword and Shield are pretty much very at the end of their life cycle, which, like, on one hand, fair enough, you've had the base game, you've had the Crown Tundra, you've had the Isle of Armor. But at the same time, they could have gone back and patched in an actual coherent plot for the second half of the game. There's so much that could have been done and that wasn't done, basically. But, that being said, the stuff that is here is actually pretty good. Like, I would rate Generation 8, like, not at the very top of my personal favourites. I would say Gen 5 continues to be my favourite, followed by, I think, like 4 and 3 are the next tier. And then, I don't know, 8, 2... and then it's sort of a crapshoot between 7, 1, and 6, because, like, I've played through half of Gen 7 at this point. I've not had the opportunity to play Ultra yet, because I don't have it yet, but, you know, I've at least seen a Let's Play of it, and I've played Sun for myself, and there's a lot that I don't like about Gen 7, but, it's all in the past now, it's no longer the present zeitgeist, so I can look at it in the cold light of day, and that has softened my opinion on it slightly. Generation 6, I'm still a bit sore about how they handled the fairy type, and Generation 1 has just aged really badly. Like, when I say Generation 1, I mean the original releases. They've had re-releases that have improved upon the originals, and obviously I'm not counting those, but, like, you know, they were good for their time, but not anymore. So Generation 8, fairly high on the tree, it's just, that doesn't mean it isn't flawed. Anyway, I've been saying an awful lot of words, and I don't know, we're about 17 minutes, so I think I'll have this be a standalone video, and then I'll check in with you in the next episode where we deal with Swordwood and Shieldbert and the whole post-game shenangrio. Well, not the whole post-game shenangrio. I will only be showing the stuff that's different, so that is Stow on Side, Sir Chester, and maybe the last battle with Swordwood and Shieldbert? Well, it's just Shieldbert, but still. I'll do that in the next episode, and then thereafter, I want to say, like, one episode on, like, 2 things on the Isle of Armor, and that's the final trial and the tower that I don't do on stream, which I've not done on stream yet, but I intend to. So, all of that being the case, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and behold your champion. I am the best at space and cheese and cake and all manner of other things, and I will see you later. Basically, it's going to be a fantastic time. See you then for that if you choose to join me for it, which you may not do. I don't know. I'm rambling. Safe home.